If I hadn't been in Dr. Janas's class, I wouldn't have learned the applicable lesson of how to slam other people in debates. Like an imbecile, my opponent failed to mention the legitimate alternatives to animal testing, such as bioprinted tissues and organs. Jessica Mendoza? Who is she? This source is just not credible. You said that animal testing would save animals, and that saving animals is good, yet you also acknowledge the number of animals killed in animal testing to try to prove why banning animal testing wouldn't be feasible. You literally just contradicted your own point. If we should save animals because it's good, but animal testing kills far more than it saves, then why would we keep animal testing? You are an illogical swine, and your fly is open.
What did I learn in Dr. Janas's class?
Yeah.
Well, that I never want to talk about animal testing again. Oh, and that as long as I sound that I know what I'm talking about, people will generally believe it. Dr. Janas, if we're not allowed to have opinions, how do we debate this?
Well, you use sources, and as long as they sound credible, the names and positions, you can pretty much say whatever you want.
Can we ask anything in the cross-examination part?
That's relevant, especially before you're good at debating. Most people just want to argue about the sources and discredit them. So you might want to pick and choose the information you share about them. So for example, if you're debating about the economy, you might want to note that someone has a degree in economics, but you probably don't want to say that they're a communist. I've got these freshmen wrapped around my fingers. Everything I say, they believe, and they're scared to death. They latch onto everything as though it were the gospel. Well, welcome to war, or writing, or rhetoric, or whatever. They just want to make it more interesting. Think of this as a glorified CA class, so that you can be differentiated from the majority. You should call your parents sometime. You were your parents' project, and now you're gone, and they're probably going to get a divorce. But if you call them, they might delay it a little bit. You should forget your high school sweetheart and any of the long-distance stuff. Your boyfriend's back at home, and he's going to break up with you in November, if he hasn't done it already. And all the people around you, you might think of them as your friends today, but, well, they're not really your friends. They're just your friends of convenience, and eventually you'll find some real friends.
I'm a fellow, and like everybody else, I thought I was pretty smart in high school. I at least like to consider myself better than average, and now Dr. Janas has me questioning everything I ever thought about myself. You said you wanted to see me?
Yeah, I'm forced to meet with you twice a semester.
Oh, okay, then what do we need to meet about?
You know you're a terrible student.
Yeah, that one still stings.
Sometimes Dr. Janas may say some pretty outrageous things, and it may feel like he's targeting you. You can either take it as an attack, or you can do what I do.
Of all the people in the class, RT, you are least likely to be a trophy wife.
Thank you. It's a good thing I never planned on being a trophy wife.
If I thought I hated group projects in high school, I know I hate them even more in college. Back then, I could just do all the work myself, and as long as they stayed out of the way, everything would be fine. But now I actually have to rely on other people to do their part. Ugh. Hey, can you put your debate speech on the Google Doc? I want to go ahead and write my speech.
I can't. Haven't written it yet.
Oh, okay. Can I have an idea of what you're going to say, or do you know when you'll have time to write it? I'm watching you.
Here at Samford, assignments can be massive, especially reading assignments. Man, I'm such a slow reader. But despite being a teacher, Dr. Janas has helped me to move on from that. He's taught me that I need to work smarter, not harder.
Now, what does the syllabus say your assignment is for the next time?
Books 1 through 5 of the Iliad.
All right, great. Y'all need to do that for next time.
150 pages? Oh, there goes my sleep for the next week.
Spark nuts.
When you give a speech, you're supposed to take control of the room or something. It's usually pretty awkward because everyone's just kind of sitting there waiting for you to give your speech, so I typically just take the podium and move it back and forth or something.
Hey guys! Hey guys! advantage of teachers being there for you. Remember, you're paying them, right?
Well, you're going to write an 8 to 10 page paper convincing Samford. Yes, that includes the headaches. You're going to convince Samford students to do something that they're not inclined to do. Yes, that should be fun.
I can remember reading things in high school that had big words and really long, fancy descriptions for things and thought they sounded really smart. Well, I got to college and found out that that was wrong. How long are our paragraphs supposed to be again?
About 5 sentences.
And he doesn't want our commentary?
Not really. A lot of it should be paraphrased evidence, straight to the point.
And it's supposed to be 10 pages?
Yeah, remember, if you're trying to add length, you're in a bad spot. If you're trying to cut down, you're in a better spot.
How do I get to a good spot?
After being in Dr. Janas's class, I feel reaffirmed in my decision to major in something science-related. Majoring in something related to writing would be the end of me.
Oh, come on! Shh! Sorry.
Whatever criteria I had for making friends is now totally gone. Janas has me paranoid that I'm going to need a sock and a toothbrush to survive if I crash landed in the desert or something, and I'm going to need friends that have enough common sense to combat my lack thereof.
Wow, we're really evenly divided.
So, according to those numbers, a third of us would survive the crash, and 1/3 has a 50-50 chance, and the other third would be dead.
Well, unless you're in your groups, the numbers are okay, but I'd still be careful who you were hanging around with. These people probably don't survive.
Hey, what'd you get on your moon test?
Oh, like a 72.
Okay, see ya.
Hey, wanna go to lunch?
No!
Okay.
I've learned that I should never do things in groups of 3s, because apparently when you're in a group of 3, you explain yourself in extremes, yet you never express any disagreement. So, y'all, what if later tonight we went into the bookstore and just took one of the heads off the mannequins, and then we left? Like, no one would ever know.
Yeah.
Sure. So tonight? But you don't understand. Jewel and Rachel thought it was a good idea.
Be quiet. Dr. Janas is a debate coach, and every year, just because he can, he makes all of us go and judge some debates for a tournament for high schools in the area. I mean, I guess if you're overthinking it, it could be a feigned confidence-building exercise. None of us really know what we're doing, and we're not really sure why we're there.
When you go in there, don't tell them you don't know what you're doing.
But we've only ever judged debates in class.
Yes, and you know when you've got it wrong because someone cries, and then you have to live with that because you can't take it back.
Yes, simmer down. Your highly qualified judge is here.
And last but not least, I finally know where I stand on animal testing.
I finally know where I stand on animal testing.
Animal testing
Animal testing
is good.
is bad. Wait, what?
If I hadn't been in Dr. Janas's class, I wouldn't have learned the very applicable lesson. Sorry, I need to.
If I thought I hated
I've learned to take advantage of sorry, I need to do this. After being in Dr. Janas's class, I feel reaffirmed in my decision to major in something related to science.
I felt lovely. I realized I thought I was pretty smart in school. At least I considered myself better than average. Now Dr. Janas has me questioning everything I've ever thought about myself.
Okay.
Can you see can you do it? Should you do it to her?
Hey guys. Oh my god. They keep talking. You're supposed to keep talking.
Bye.